Join us as we dive into the legendary tale of Hercules and his 12 labors. Discover 10 fascinating facts about the greatest hero of ancient times and the challenges that defined his destiny. The 12 labors of Hercules began as a punishment for a tragedy driven by Hera's hatred. Furious that Hercules was Zeus's illegitimate son, Hera struck him with madness, causing him to kill his wife, Megara, and their children in a fit of uncontrollable rage. When he regained his senses, Hercules was devastated by his actions and sought redemption. The Oracle of Delphi instructed him to serve King Eurystheus of Mycenae for 12 years as penance. Hera, still vengeful, influenced Eurystheus to assign him tasks so daunting they seemed impossible to complete. From slaying the invincible Nemean Lion to retrieving the apples of the Hesperides, the 12 labors tested Hercules' strength and courage, transforming his punishment into an enduring tale of resilience and redemption. The 12 labors of Hercules were originally meant to be 10, assigned by King Eurystheus as penance for Hercules' past actions. However, due to Eurystheus' strict and often unfair judgments, 2 tasks were deemed invalid, increasing the total to 12. The first dispute arose during the second labor, defeating the Lernaean Hydra. While Hercules successfully slew the beast, Eurystheus disqualified the task because Hercules received help from his nephew, Iolaus, who used fire to prevent the Hydra's heads from regenerating. The second disagreement occurred with the Augean Stables. Hercules cleverly redirected rivers to clean them in a single day, but Eurystheus claimed the task didn't count since Hercules accepted payment from King Augeas. To make up for these, Eurystheus added 2 more challenges, extending the original number. These conflicts not only tested Hercules' strength but also showcased his ingenuity, shaping his enduring legend as a hero of unmatched resolve. The Nemean Lion was no ordinary beast. It had a golden hide that no weapon could pierce and claws sharp enough to cut through armor. As Hercules' first labor, King Eurystheus commanded him to slay the creature, fully expecting the task to be impossible. Hercules tracked the lion to its lair near Nemean and tried to kill it with his arrows, but they bounced harmlessly off its impenetrable hide. Realizing he needed a new approach, Hercules blocked one entrance to the lion's cave and entered through the other, trapping the beast inside. In the confined space, he confronted the lion head-on. After an intense and brutal struggle, Hercules used his immense strength to overpower the creature, ultimately strangling it to death with his bare hands. The task wasn't over yet. He needed the lion's hide as proof. This impenetrable cloak became a symbol of his strength and resilience, accompanying him in future labors. The second labor of Hercules was to defeat the Hydra of Lerna, a monstrous serpent with 9 venomous heads. The task seemed impossible. For every head Hercules cut off, 2 more grew in its place. Realizing the difficulty, Hercules enlisted the help of his clever nephew, Iolaus. As Hercules severed each head, Iolaus used a blazing torch to cauterize the wounds, preventing regeneration. Together, they finally defeated the beast, and Hercules dipped his arrows in the Hydra's toxic blood to make them deadly weapons. However, when King Eurystheus learned of Iolaus' involvement, he ruled the labor invalid, claiming Hercules hadn't acted alone. This decision added an extra task to Hercules' original 10. While disqualified, the battle with the Hydra showcased not only Hercules' strength but also Iolaus' ingenuity, cementing their teamwork as one of the most iconic moments in the hero's arduous journey. The 9th labor of Hercules was to acquire the magical girdle, belt, of Hippolyta, the queen of the Amazons. This powerful item was a symbol of her strength and sovereignty. Initially, Hippolyta welcomed Hercules, agreeing to give him the belt willingly. However, Hera, the queen of the gods and Hercules' relentless enemy, secretly plotted to turn the Amazons against him. Hera spread rumors, convincing the Amazons that Hercules intended to abduct their queen. In a frenzy, the Amazons attacked him, forcing Hercules into battle. Despite the unfairness of the situation, he fought bravely and, after a fierce confrontation, emerged victorious. This labor was marked by the treacherous influence of Hera, who sought to thwart Hercules at every turn. However, Hercules' strength and determination prevailed, as he overcame not only the Amazons but also Hera's deceptive machinations. The sixth labor of Hercules was to defeat the vicious Stymphalian birds, deadly creatures with sharp metallic feathers that terrorized the countryside. These birds were nearly impossible to approach due to their speed and aggression. To accomplish this task, Hercules sought the help of Athena, the goddess of wisdom. She gave him a set of magical tools, a rattle created by Hephaestus, the god of blacksmiths. Hercules used the rattle to create a loud, terrifying noise that startled the birds and forced them to fly into the open. As the birds flew into the air, Hercules took advantage of their vulnerability, using his bow and arrows to shoot them down one by one. Thanks to the divine tools and his unparalleled skill, Hercules completed the task swiftly. The Stymphalian birds, once a terrifying threat, were now defeated, and Hercules continued his journey towards completing the 12 labors assigned by Eurystheus. One of Hercules' most challenging tasks was to retrieve the golden apples from the garden of the Hesperides, guarded by nymphs and a fearsome dragon named Lernaean. The apples were a divine gift from Gaia and were kept in a secret, hidden garden beyond the known world. Hercules faced several obstacles, including not knowing the garden's exact location. However, he encountered the Titan Atlas, who held the sky on his shoulders. Atlas knew where the apples were, so Hercules offered to hold the sky for him while he fetched the apples. Atlas agreed and set off to get the golden fruit. When Atlas returned with the apples, he tried to leave Hercules with the burden of the sky. However, Hercules, using his wit, tricked Atlas into taking back the weight, claiming he needed a better cushion to carry it. With the apples in hand, Hercules completed the labor and outsmarted Atlas, showing his cleverness and strength. Hercules' seventh labor was to capture the fearsome Cretan bull, a powerful creature sent by Poseidon. This bull had wreaked havoc on Crete, and Hercules was tasked with bringing it alive to King Eurystheus. Armed with his immense strength, Hercules chased the bull across the island, eventually overpowering it. He wrestled the beast into submission and brought it back as ordered. This labor also connected Hercules to the legendary myth of the Minotaur. The Cretan bull was the same bull that had been cursed by Poseidon, which caused King Minos' wife, Pasiphae, to fall in love with it. Their union produced the fearsome Minotaur, a creature locked in the labyrinth. By capturing this bull, Hercules was not only completing one of his labors but also linking his story to the myth that would later intertwine with Theseus' quest to defeat the Minotaur. Thus, Hercules' work echoed throughout the legends of Crete. The fifth labor of Hercules was to clean the stables of King Augeas, a task that seemed nearly impossible. The stables housed thousands of cattle, and they hadn't been cleaned in years. The accumulated filth was so immense that it seemed like an insurmountable task. However, Hercules, always resourceful, devised a clever plan. Instead of cleaning the stables by hand, he redirected two rivers, the Alpheus and the Peneus, to flow through the stables, washing away the waste in a matter of hours. This solution not only completed the labor but also helped Hercules turn the situation to his advantage. Augeas had promised him a reward for completing the task, but when he finished, the king refused to honor his word. In response, Hercules used this act of defiance to expose Augeas' corruption, bringing his dishonesty to light. Thus, the labor became a symbolic victory over both physical and moral obstacles. Hercules, known for his strength and bravery, was destined for greatness. After completing his 12 labors, he had proven himself as a hero beyond compare. Yet, his journey didn't end with mortal achievement. His incredible feats, including slaying monsters and saving gods, made him a symbol of strength and resilience. In the end, his suffering and dedication were rewarded. When Hercules died, his body was consumed by fire, a symbolic purification. His mortal self perished, but his divine essence ascended to Mount Olympus. There, he was granted immortality, and he was made a god, joining the ranks of the Olympians. As a god, Hercules was granted eternal life and free from death. His transformation into a god was a recognition of the extraordinary courage and sacrifices he made, cementing his legacy as one of the most celebrated figures in ancient legend.